What's up, guys, and welcome back to RoadCraft. So we are back ready to clock in, and man, I gotta be honest, I feel like the addiction is setting in here. I was laying in bed thinking about this game last night. It's starting to pop up on X and Reddit and things like that, and man, I'm loving it. To be honest, it doesn't feel like a game that should be doing well, but you guys are loving it too. It seems to be working so far, so thank you guys so much for all the love, and I'm excited to keep up with this steady grind. So last episode was really good. We got the concrete plant up and running, so that's exciting. Technically not making any slabs or anything yet. I'm sure that's going to be coming soon. However, we did get a bunch of new missions that we need to take on. So we want to set up a route to deliver radio electronics to the workshop, bring climbing equipment to the workshop, and figure out a way to transport the tower frame to the workshop. So setting up a route should be pretty easy. See what this is. We want to plot a route from here, and we're just going to be going to the workshop just south of there. Okay, so this is actually going to be super easy. It looks like all of this is just straight up paved. I mean, we've got some like trees and limbs and stuff in the way, but I mean, that's a little bit sketchy right there. We should be okay. It's all either paved or hard sand here, so let's go ahead and dispatch those vehicles and see how this looks. Gonna send this little scout vehicle out first. Yeah, this looks to be in pretty good shape. Again, we do have a couple little trees and things, and it looks like it's just like a van convoy coming. Oh no, there's some big trucks too. Those are the guys that typically get stuck. It's funny, some of the frustrations that I have with the AI and how terrible of drivers they are. There are so many memes about this game of people getting upset with it, but I guess it's just part of the game, man. You got to make sure you give these people exactly what they need. Ooh, okay. This is in worse shape than I thought. We are going to need some sand for this. I mean, they might be able to make it through. They're going to be able to make it through. There's no... Okay. If we wanted to make this a little more official, we could put some sand in. Probably could have brought like a dozer and moved all the debris off the road here. I mean, that's kind of a bit of a sketchy bit right there. They're still looking pretty good behind us. Okay. So it's not a perfect road, but it's looking pretty good, and we should be able to get this guy up and running. No problem. Perfect. Okay, so that is going to deliver the radio electronics to the workshop. We want to bring climbing equipment to the workshop. So we need to go over here. We've got a lead that some mineral researches were conducted inside the eastern quarry just before the hurricane hit. All machinery and climbing equipment, including safety harnesses, ropes, and crampons, were left during evacuation. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I think I'm going to assume we're going to have to go there, find the container with the equipment in the quarry, and deliver it to the workshop. I'm thinking we're probably going to want to bring our crane thing. And it sounds like that other mission is complete. Okay. So our crane vehicle is going to be up here. We're going to want to move him. Do we have any other... Oh, shoot. We're going to have to get here, though. That's fine. We're actually pretty close. Are we going to be able to get across all this? Yeah, we can. Okay. So we're going to go up to this roadside base's garage. We are going to recall our mule with the crane and then redeploy him. And we should be able to drive down there. I'm hoping this is going to be able to reach it. We'll see. But let's go get this climbing supplies. I'm going to set up a couple of these guys here just so we know what direction we're going. Should be good to go there. Now, this other one, this route, currently operational. I don't think... Oh. Okay, so it's getting us XP and money for every successful route there. So we're just going to let that thing keep going. You always got to make sure that you cancel those once you're done with the... rewards, but if it's just going to keep paying us indefinitely, then that's pretty good. Should definitely keep an eye on those for the side missions as well. If there's something where we can, like, set up some sort of a route and maybe build a bridge or something and then just let it run and it gets us resources and money. Kind of an easy way for us to focus on the main objectives while it continues to work for us. Checking out a new side of the map here. Excited to see what kind of opportunities this is going to bring. So this is an old quarry. Imagine this was hit pretty hard from the storm. Could be a lot of standing water and stuff, so we're going to have to be careful. But it actually looks like this is uphill, so the water would have drained out. There was a halfway finished bridge over here, which I'm a little bit worried about. Where's this climbing equipment? It's in the search area. Oh gosh, it's in this entire area? Okay, this... We're probably gonna want to bring our scout then, because we're gonna be able to use the finder, the search finder thing. I mean, I kind of feel like it's got to be that, right? It's a giant wooden box. Are we gonna be... Oh, we're gonna have to build a bridge to get down there, though. Is there any other way down there? No. Okay, so we've got to build this bridge. If we go into bridges, are we gonna be able to do that? I can build a wooden bridge straight across. Do we want to do the sketchy one, or do we want to do the big one? The thick one will take us 5 logs. The sketchy one will only take us 4. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Let's see if we can build a sketchy bridge, which means we're gonna have to get 1 more log. So we're gonna go back up to our sawmill area. I know. Oh gosh, it was. We're gonna be at this transformer station, which honestly kind of works out for us because we can go back down that way. Okay, so we're gonna go into this guy.
Funny story. Right before the hurricane, they found some peculiar fossils in the wall of that quarry you're right next to. The eggheads from the local university got all hot and bothered and scurried right over with climbing equipment to study those fossils on site. Our guys could use that equipment to work on tower construction. So if you find it, drop it off at the workshop, pretty please.
I mean, we're making a pretty big assumption that that wooden box is the climbing equipment. I can't think of anything else it would be. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down a few more of these trees, and then we can get those into our logger. And since we're already gonna have to bring it over here, we might as well, you know, get like another 5 or 6 of them, because we've got 3 in the back of our logger right now. So then we can, if we've got other bridges we need to make at some point, we'll have those already ready to go. So I'll cut down 5 trees and then bring Big Dog over here. Gonna make our job easy too. We were talking about this in the last... This might be my favorite vehicle, honestly, but we were talking about it in the last episode, how you can, like, after you have it like this, you can actually carry them around. So I'll start backing this up, get us in a decent spot. We can start doing this. And then if I get up here, we should, you know, kind of be able to get most of these in one little pile. So when we bring our guy over, they're all in one spot. We could just grab them kind of all in a row. Kind of a nice way to do it. But, all right, so that's 5. You can't really carry that many. Oh, ooh, don't get stuck on that, please. I hate all these little stumps. You can't carry too many at once, so I'm going to get this guy out of the way. Throw the parking brake on. Let's go grab our... What do you call this thing again? It's a log forwarder. I'm not sure why it's called a forwarder. It doesn't really seem like it's putting anything forward. Hold on, I want to... Can I... Strap the cargo. That's what I wanted. But, yeah, we're going to go take this thing over, and we are going to pick up all of those beautiful logs to be able to build ourselves a bridge. Looks like we got some good weather for it today. I hate that this thing is right-hand drive. I don't know what the function of that is. I feel like it's got to have a purpose, but it throws me off every time I hop in here. But, yeah, some beautiful weather, bright blue skies. Hopefully we're going to be able to get this climbing equipment quickly. Dude, look at the size of the tread. The size of the ruts that these tires are leaving here. My goodness. See, something like this, if we're going to be coming out in this area, which honestly it's kind of pointless, what we should do is start bringing our tree cutter back towards the lumber mill, back towards society. There's no reason for us to have to go out here. There's plenty of trees to cut down, but... you know, if this was like a high resource area that we had to keep coming back to, we would probably want to use some sort of, let's run this over, sand or something, or possibly even build a road, because eventually we're going to make it so that we can't really drive through this area if it's that churned up. I mean, this thing can get through, but then like our other vehicles would really struggle, so it's something we got to kind of think about going forward. But if we come around this way, taking down every tree in our wake, we should be able to find all these beautiful, beautiful logs. And honestly, it's probably not good. We probably need this on flat ground, don't we? I'm going to try to get a little... We might be able to reach them from there. The problem is we got to reach the center of the logs, but I want our bed on flat ground so the logs aren't rolling around. Something like that is probably pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and put our anchors down, toggle all that out, we can start getting to work. Okay, so today I learned that I can pick up two at one time. I'm trying to get this where they fall nicely. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, not bad. Hoping that works. Okay, I mean, we might be able to get one or two more, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go ahead and strap this cargo in, bring these things up, and we are officially good to go, hopefully. Our parking brake is off. We should be able to get out of here. Let's go build that bridge down at the quarry. And you know what I just realized? We've got 8 logs. I think those were resources from like completed missions and things. We 100%... Dude, this thing turns so poorly. Do that diff lock that you can't turn off. But we had 8 logs in our resources, so we could have gone straight to any sort of a warehouse or anything and just picked them up, but we kind of did it the old-fashioned way here. I'm fine with that, though. Might as well save a... well, I was going to say save a tree where we can, but we actually cut down more trees than we needed, so might as well save a trip or save resources for a rainy day, which it currently is, so none of these sayings are working, Trev. Also, we are going the wrong way, I'm pretty sure, because we do not want to go back where we came from. I guess technically we could go out, take a left. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to go this way. So we're going to back this thing up. It's going to be fine, not a big deal. Will save us a bunch of time in the meantime, so. Got a bit of a trek ahead of us, but it should be a pretty easy one. This thing definitely handles quite a bit better when you're fully loaded here. I feel like we can get going a lot easier. Obviously, we've got more weight holding us down, helping us get that traction in the mud. I even... oh no. Okay. Really don't like that, but we can get over it. That's good. We got to watch out for all these little stumps here, but I even feel like we might be able to turn a little bit better, I say, as we get kind of stuck here, but we're going to be fine. I'm going to go through the left of these trees. I got to slow down sometimes. Oh my gosh, look at the way the tires are folding on the edges of the tree there. You can see they're, you know, aired down a little bit so they can get that extra traction. We're going to have to turn this thing, pre-turn it to go forward. There we go. And we should be able to hopefully make... Nope, not gonna make that corner still. Wow, okay, that's gonna be fine. Oh, there's another log right here. Where did this guy come from? You know, let's make sure our anchors don't get it tightened up there. We're gonna grab this guy as well. Why not? Bring him up here. Hopefully we're gonna have enough room. Bring him around back. And I think we're really gonna need to be careful. Probably gonna want... oh, well... we could probably go left or right side. Something like that. Beautiful. All right, so we're starting to kind of get the hang of the cranes a little bit. They're pretty tough to use. It's just a lot going on, and there's like... some of it's on the analog sticks. Most of it's not, though. A lot of it's on the D-pad, and you got to move around with the different bumpers and things, so it kind of takes some practice to get used to, but we're getting there. So here we go. We should be good. We're going to go down through here. We're going to get out to this, go down this, all the way down here, through this, and then we can make it to our objective. Just bogging this thing, baby. Oh my goodness, dude. I love this so much. This and the cable layer. I mean, I like all my machines. I was talking about the tree cutter earlier, too. I think the cable layer might be my favorite just because it's so capable. The tree cutter is fun to use, but it's just really, really slow. But then this thing, every time I use this thing, I love the size and just absolute girth of this unit, dude. This thing is so nice. Honestly, we need to worry about some of the side missions where we get money, because thinking about how much, like these old rusty machines that we get for free, and then how much improvement there is on the ones that we buy ourselves. Where are we going? Are we taking... we're just going straight here. It's crazy. It's like, I'm just wondering what the actual purchased version of this would look like. And I feel like the vehicles aren't too expensive in this game. I feel like we make decent money. So if we find a couple favorites, really whatever we're using the most of, I feel like is what we need to upgrade, because that'll help expedite all of these jobs. And into a little town here. Little warehouse. Means our quarry can't be far. Now, technically, again, I don't want to jinx it, but technically we don't know where this climbing equipment is, so I'm going to be really, 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 really upset if we did all this for no reason. Basically, I'm not bringing our scout over and looking for it because I want to save time. Granted, I don't think we could scout most of this anyway without this bridge, so I think no matter what, we were going to need this. And I think our other truck is in the way here, so let's get him out of the way a little bit. Back him up. Hopefully don't get stuck, but he should be good right there. Beautiful. And now we can pull this thing up and we can finish off this bridge, which, I'll be honest, is a very sketchy bridge. It's a tiny guy. I mean, for one more log, we could have made a more legitimate bridge, but it's fine. That's one less log we're gonna have to replace later. So we're just gonna hope for the best here, man. I really hope this works out. Oh my gosh, dude, this was so okay. From now on, we're doing the extra log. If we lose this truck, oh boy. And the fact that we've got like the little 2x4s that we have to drive up over every time. Maybe if we come like this, is probably gonna be our best angle, just low and slow. You see how it jostles us around a little bit? We're gonna be good. Dude, look at that freaking shot. Are you kidding me? This is why we play this game. Oh my gosh, the sunset and everything. Alright, there she goes. Nice and easy. There's no sense in rushing it. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Let's just make sure we get it done right. That's a dumpster. I don't think that's the stuff that we were... This has got to be it, dude. This has got to be the climbing equipment. Is it going to tell me? This is got... I'm just going to pick it up, even though it hasn't told me anything yet. Is this it? Let's go... Oh, wait. We should probably, put these out. Move these up. Move this around. Drop her in there. Kind of a little sketchy, but I think we're okay. I hope this is the climbing equipment. Do we have a confirmation on that yet? If we check our... it says bring it to the workshop. Okay. So we do officially have the climbing equipment. We know that for sure, and it looks like we're going to be able to come out of the quarry, go left. This all looks... Oh... We're going to want to build another bridge here. But we do have our logs next to us, so we might as well take care of that. Got some precious cargo here. Spotted it from the drone. Didn't even have to what's it called? Oh gosh, dude, this is so freaking terrifying. Okay. I don't know what happens if we fail here and the equipment goes into the water. The truck, obviously, we can re-recover and respawn and whatever else, but the equipment, I feel like that's probably not something we really want to mess with. Easy does it. There you go. Okay. So we're going to take this thing over to our objective, and then we'll bring that logging truck. I'm hoping 4 logs is going to be enough, and we're going to see if we can't make a big wide bridge just to make our job a little bit easier. So we want to go down to the left here, and this guy is where we're going to be ending it. We could probably delete all of these markers. We actually almost missed it here. I want to put our all-wheel drive on. Just going to clear some trees along the way too. Ooh, this is... I mean, it's sketch, but it should be doable. As long as you keep yourself pointed in a forward direction, Trev. My goodness, dude. This is... the sunset, the bouncing around. This is so freaking cool. Got some little log roads here. Spinning some tires. Let's put that diff lock on. Should be able to get out of it. There we go. All right. We are nearly home free. All this for some climbing equipment. So yeah, the whole objective of this map was... It was the radio tower, right? We wanted to get local communications working so we could finish this job, and then we needed to like actually fix the entire thing to be able to get the, you know, so people can communicate and get the community back online. Just 370 meters away, but that's a long distance. if you've got to cross this ravine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into bridges, and we're going to hope if I do this guy, I'm going to get it all the way to the edge. Please tell me we can do it with 4 logs. We can. Technically, we can do it with 3. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to do that then. Is that a mistake? I feel like that works for me. Let's try to get it right in the middle, though. You know what I mean? Like a little higher up on this side. Comes nicely on that side. There you go. Okay, 3 logs. Beautiful. And we've already got our logging truck just over here that has these logs. Let's make sure these guys are strapped back in. And we are going to go deliver these guys. So it's a good thing we got some extra logs. That's what I'm talking about, dude. You got to make sure you're covering all your tracks. Do that extra little bit, and that's going to make it so that you don't have to make multiple trips. Shortcuts are not the way to go in this game. We're not going to talk about my face. Screw it. I might put the rest of this episode in black and white because I don't want to hear it. I made a mistake. It is currently Memorial Day when I'm recording this, so it's probably a couple days later in real time. And I went out on the lake, had a nice time, saw some neighbors. We've been traveling a lot lately, so haven't been able to see people. It was nice out in the sunshine. I had a couple beverages and just had a nice time catching up with people. I did not realize how hot the sun was, and I thought I definitely put sunscreen on beforehand, but I was wearing a backwards hat, so this line of white across the middle of my forehead is the like strap on that hat, the back of a snapback or something. So we're not going to talk about it. I'm really hoping that is going to even out. Oh my goodness, dude. I can't stop looking at it over here. It's pretty bad. I'm sorry that you guys have to look at this. It's just, you know, mistakes were made. Please take care of your skin. I actually, bro, Chelsea's had me on my game lately. I'm not going to lie. We've got 2 more of these things. We're going to put these off to the side for now. But she's been having me do like a... I don't do it to a T. I probably should, but she has. I probably do 5 out of 7 steps pretty consistently of like a skincare routine, like a face routine at night. I'm supposed to do it in the morning too. I usually hit sunscreen. I try to. I know that's by far the most important thing. Just make sure you're not taking in those harmful rays at all hours of the day. But I put it on. I promise. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. So. Let's see what we've got going on here. We're going to be going up through here. This is where we're dropping it off. Perfect. Okay. This is going to be a job well done. It just looks so bad, dude. That's terrible. Okay, let's put our diff lock on, make sure we get up this thing. Holy cow. We've got a cruise coming up. There's going to be some cruise vlogs and stuff coming, so I'm a little bit nervous about how that's going to look on camera. Gonna have to wear some extra sunscreen and probably get outside, touch a little bit of grass over the course of the next week or 2 and try to even things out here. But, you know, sometimes mistakes are made, so you guys be careful out there this summer, dude. It's like all of a sudden we were in New York and Finland, which the Finland vlog should be coming out soon. It might even be out by the time you guys are watching this. We're at the shipyard, but yeah, so we, you know, went to the shipyard, saw the new ship, that sort of thing. Always very awesome. Had a lot of fun with that. Obviously a little bit cold in Finland. And then we went to New York City right after that. There was an event. Get this thing taken care of. Let's go ahead and bring these up. Perfect. We can start bringing this up, push it up like that, bring it out to the right. But they had an event announcing like all the new things coming to Royal over the next few years. Lots of new private destinations and stuff. It's going to be awesome. But New York was also kind of a little, you know, chillier. Go ahead and drop that off, and that's a mission complete, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we, you know, it was nice. We left Orlando. It was really nice. Weather was perfect. Warm, but not too warm. Went to these chillier places. It's like, you know, we can appreciate it, but we're looking forward to getting back to Orlando where it feels good, Florida where it feels good. We came back, and it's just like somebody turned on the heater, dude. You step outside, you're in an air dryer. It's terrible. So hot. And we went from like perfect weather to way too hot, muggy Orlando all of a sudden, and I just wasn't ready for that today. So see what we got going on for our next objective. Figure out a way to transport the tower frame to the workshops. We're gonna have to build a road and then also build a route across that road. Now this is interesting. I'm really glad we didn't, because we talked, this is kind of the first area that we were using in this map, and we talked about building a road from here kind of across here, and I'm so glad we didn't, because it's now a mission. So we're going to get all of our vehicles over here. I'm going to say we should probably just go hop in our mobile command center. So let's see where that is. We're going to hop in this guy. And then we're going to want to take this back, which it looks like we could go that way. Okay, so we're going to set up some new markers here. We're going to want to go all the way back this way. Come all the way down here. Come to here. Come across here, and then we should be able to make it to our objective. Because we're going to need all of these road crafting vehicles, the asphalt layer, the paver, the steamroller, the everything. It's just not going to be worth the hassle of moving all these things, so might as well make it easy on ourselves. Just going to make a 17-point turn to get this thing turned around. And we are going to roll out, get our mobile command center over there, be able to spawn everything on us. Should probably take a look, because we've got 95,000. Got 8 cans of gas, which is nice. We're going right here, I assume. Does it go? Oh, no, wait, what? We just go straight? I mean, this is another one of those vehicles we could think about upgrading. We've got 95,000, so we need to take a look at the shop when we get a second. I'm going to focus on these missions for right now, but I really want to get all of our base vehicles upgraded. I mean, this thing is pretty capable, but if it was a little bit faster, it'd work better. I've also got 8 things of gas, which is kind of exciting. We should be able to... Okay, this thing is not turning as much as I want it to. We are not going to send it down that cliff, but should have 4 cans of gas after we spawn everything on us. So I don't know. I mean, we've got to be getting close to the end of this mission. I was kind of hoping we were going to finish this mission today. I felt like we had to, right? Like, we have been deep in the trenches in this thing for so long, and it feels like we've got most of the map unlocked. We've been getting, you know, all the factories up and running and things like that. Like, I don't... You know, we've got to repair this radio tower. We're talking about getting this tower over somewhere. We're building a road for it. So it feels like we're getting towards the end. So maybe we'll wait and see what we're going to need on the next map and kind of worry about that from there. But I really feel like this thing is probably the most useful thing ever. And if we could just get one of these that's really, really good, and then start investing in the side missions that give us gas so we can just constantly spawn everything all over the place, that'd be pretty nice. Dude, looking at my skin, my eyes, they're bloodshot, just absolutely roasted from the sun. We were out at the island, which you guys may or may not have seen in videos in the past, but there's like a nice little island on our lake. It's like nice, not like a white sand beach, but it's a pretty nice sand beach, very clear lake for Central Florida, and so everyone pulls their boats up and beaches them, and everyone's just like in the water. People have floaties and little noodles and all kinds of stuff, and it's just like the sun is reflecting off the water into your face the entire time, so you can't really hide from it. All right, so we are going to work on spawning these guys here. How do we do that again? Probably the functions in here, recall vehicles. So we're going to get our Katak, our Bunker, our Cronenwork, and the Taiga. So let's go ahead and recall all of these guys. Beautiful. They're all going to be right here, ready to go. Let me get this guy out of the way so that these guys can fully spawn in. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we are just going to kind of get this thing started. Now, I'm really curious. Do we have... I'm really hoping we have sand in this area. We do have sand in this area. Okay, so if I'm going to select him. It's nice because these guys... Okay, don't... I mean, that's not exactly needed there. But these guys, if I run him manually, I have to, like, continuously stop and refill the sand. But if you run them on AI, they just kind of go and dump sand perfectly the entire time. I'm a little worried about him getting stuck in the water. So I feel like it might be easier if we backed it up, but we'll see. Okay, so we're just gonna let him go. We're gonna hop in this thing behind it. Let's go ahead and get this guy into sand flattening mode here, and we are going to release the parking brake and get after it. Now, I have seen, like I said, I've been obsessed with this game, dude. I've been watching so many, not really watching videos, but mainly reading about it and reading blogs and Reddit and things like that. A lot of people say this is one of the early things to upgrade. One of the best vehicles you can buy is the truck crane that we bought. But if you get the bulldozer over this thing, apparently it works really, really well. However, until you get that, they say to make sure that you do 2 passes on sand flattening every single time, because it just makes it that much easier on the asphalt. The asphalt can get a little bit buggy if you don't, so we're going to go through here. And we can turn this thing around. And we're just going to take it back one more time. We can see it is kind of a little bit bumpy, but apparently, especially if you're going to be working with AI and stuff, it's just really nice because it truly makes it flat. And we learned on one of our previous roads that we made on our own that running 2 layers of the asphalt works pretty well too. Although to be honest, this one's going to be pretty easy because it's dead straight. When you start turning, that's where things can get a little bit weird. Ooh, look at that. You see, we've got some weirdness happening there. We're good to go. All right. Get this back up to marching. Now I'm going to say let's go to this road planning request. Let's go ahead and make our asphalt roller go. The asphalt paver, I guess. And then we could take this guy and run right behind it. We're just going to run a train on this. I mean, you know, run a two-man on this. I mean, we're just going to very efficiently complete this job is what we're going to do. We might... I might go... Let's go 2 passes with the steamroller just to make sure we get this right. I want to make sure... Okay. Let's not do that, buddy. Oh my gosh. Looks like bro was out at the island, had a couple of beverages with me. My goodness, dude. Come on. Can we just run in a straight line, please? Dude, that might mess something up, if I'm being honest. Like, that, if one of our AI drivers is really upset about that, they're going to be in trouble. It was a little bit bouncy there. We might have had to run a 3rd pass with the flattening on that, but hopefully we'll be okay here. To be honest, I could probably just run all this myself except for the sand. The sand is by far the biggest time saver and most frustrating thing to try to use. So we're gonna run this all the way to the end here. Beautiful. And then we could just run it back on the other way as well. Got a feeling this little fan down here in the bottom left is not doing us too many favors, but to be honest, it feels nice on your boy's red hot skin, baby. Kind of hanging some off the edge here. Trying to make sure we're staying in the clear. This game is just so satisfying, dude. Look at this. We are building a brand new piece of society, of industry, of whatever you want to call it. A brand new road that we're going to use. Oh, it kind of auto-completes it for you. Okay, that's pretty nice there. I didn't know it did that. All right, so if we get all of these guys out of the way, now I think we're going to be plotting a route. I don't know if we're going to need to do any more. We could just wait and see. So we're going to plant a route or plot a route from right here, which is going to be not bad, but not too hard. We're going to be able to go down there, take a right. That looks a little bit sketchy in there, but they should be fine, and then go down there. Okay, this is not going to be bad. Definitely a bit muddy there. Do we just want to go all... We might want to go all the way up. Let's just go all the way up and around. Kind of start cutting this corner here. And then once they get onto the paved stuff, this is just going to be one long, easy route here. All the way down. Bring it in here. Beautiful. All right, we can go ahead and dispatch those vehicles. We're going to want to get these guys out of the way ASAP. These boys are coming. They're not going to stop for you. Ooh, this is kind of a sketchy bit right here, isn't it? We're going to be fine. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Go, go, go. Get this out of the way. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I don't know if I like this area. Are we going to have to put some sand down and flatten it out, or are these guys going to be fine? I mean, technically, we only need to... Ooh. Oh. It might be worth... I mean, they might figure it out themselves. We should have just continued the road. I mean, 2 are going to get through. I think the 3rd one's going to be a little bit screwed. Nope. He got through as well. They're all getting through. Okay, perfect. You know, we will take that. Got a nice little convoy going on this brand new road. There is no way they would have made it through this grass and swamp otherwise. Oh, My bad. Sorry. I didn't realize this was here. Let me get this guy out of the way. Apologies. Bam, we're good to go. Nothing else in the road. We've got 12 beams, metal beams that we're going to be getting from this. So they're just going to constantly send these things out. I think we probably are. I'm going to take this thing over there because I think we're going to want to drop some sand and flatten that out. So we might as well head them off. Technically, I think we are going to pass our objective. But if we want to keep those things rolling and continue gathering those beams, I don't think we're going to pass that over time. So let's make sure this guy's out of the way. And then we might be able to dump some of this sand here. Back this guy up. I mean, we could have had him not go through this segment, I guess. Like, it wasn't really necessary. Could have had him go out to the right. That was actually a really nice drop right there, Trev. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like a true professional. Let's freaking go. And then we're probably going to want to take this guy. I'm really hoping nobody comes. Hurry up. We're going to want to push it from the other side, and we should be able to flatten all this out. I don't know. These, like, deposits that we've had already there. I don't know if we can adjust those. If we put this into sand flattening, are we going to need another bit of sand here, or will this... It does not flatten those out, but we will be able to polish up this segment and not have those giant holes. So that's going to be a night and day difference right there. There we go. All right. Are these guys good, or did we get stuck? We're still going? I'm going to be so upset if we lose because of this. Are you serious? You beached yourself on that segment? Okay, come on, dude. Let's get this together. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to say... I don't think we need to change that. I think we're good to go. All right. So, that's another batch of objectives complete. Your boy got a sunburn in the process. We've been out there working hard. But, we were able to get it done, baby. This is going to be the final one. Final chicken heading into the pen here. And that, my friends, I thought he was going to run right into the frickin' door. That's going to be a job well done. Okay. Did it work? Are they just still sending people, or what's going on? Oh, just kidding. There's one more. There's another one. Okay, there it is. My goodness. Job well done. Feels great.
We've got all the tower parts ready. Now, it's time to deliver them. You don't even have to install the parts yourself. Just send the convoy to the tower and sit back. Isn't delegating duties great?
I mean, if that's how this is actually going to work out, then absolutely. All right, so it sounds like we're going to be plotting another route. Send a convoy to raise the southern radio tower. Perfect. So we are going to start plotting this. And I don't even know where we're putting it. Oh, up here? I mean, technically, we should be good to go, right? So we're going to send them out of here. And hold on, you know what? Let's take this other route. We are still going to be getting bonuses from it. So let me open this one up. I'm going to edit these points. Oh, that's nice. Okay. We're going to move these points over a little bit. We're going to have this use the left or the right if they're coming from that way, but our left side of the road so that we can have both of these running, and they will keep bringing us metal, which I don't... If we're about to finish this mission, I don't think it matters, because I don't think you can really use metal on other missions, but we'll see. So that'll give us enough room. We're going to redispatch those so we can keep the metal coming in. But now we're going to go in our next main objective. We're going to start plotting this. We're going to start here. And technically, we should be good to go. I am very happy that we overbuilt this bridge, so we're not going to have to try to get the AI to go over a teensy tiny bridge, which I didn't even think about that before. That's probably a little bit too far to the left. We want to swing this, like, whatever you want to call it, the muddy part, but we don't want to go too crazy. We want to go up here, yeah. But, yeah, we built that little 2-lane bridge over by the quarry. We would never be able to get AI to go over those, so we need to keep that in mind going forward. It's worth the extra log to make sure that you're good to go, and that should be good there. Obviously, we are going to have to move this guy. So let's just back him up real quick, and I do believe our next mission should be good to go. Also, there was like a little game crash there, so I had to redo a couple little things. I clicked on the mission. I think we're at 22 out of 27 main objectives complete in this game, which is just... abhorrent, dude. Like, are you kidding me? That's how much more we're gonna have to do. We're like, you know, just over 2/3 of the way through this thing. There's still a whole lot of game left to be played in this segment. I'm curious about how these guys go over it. Let's see. See this guy approach. How we doing, buddy? They come in pretty hot. It is kind of a bump there. If we used a little bit more wood, it would have been better. See, yeah, that's in the future. I'm trying to future-proof and learn from our mistakes. This is better over here, but you want to make sure that you've got enough clearance. Looks like that's not too hard there. And it does look like they're making their way up there with no problem. All right, nicely done. So yeah, dude, I mean, we've got most of this map figured out. I guess technically we haven't been down in this corner, so there's got to be something over here. Most of the rest of this we have seen. I mean, there are some slots where we might need some more bridges and stuff. There's a river base up here we haven't even begun to take a look at, so there's going to be more to do. I really thought we might be getting close, but it's just, dude, I think we have 22 hours in this game at this point. We're on the third map, and we're not even done with the third map. This is just absolutely unreal. Objective complete. Raise the southern radio tower. It won't provide enough coverage for the entire region, but it's a promising start. So let me guess, there's going to be a northern tower. That's through the static complete, and that is 1 out of 2 goals.
Well done. The first tower is up and running. The others won't be such an easy fix, though. Repairing the others is something our workshop just can't do. Making high-tech equipment is a bit harder than welding a few steel beams together, after all. Still, the plan is already in place. Just gather enough resources. That should count as environmental credit or something with HQ. They say we can get new equipment in exchange for just that. Convenient, right?
I mean, we're fine here. This is not bad. We urgently require raw materials and are prepared to offer something in return to aid you in the reconstruction of radio towers. Please deliver them to the Steel Beam Facility's warehouse for sorting and packaging. Okay, so this is the Steel Beams facility. We're going to want to dump these in the warehouse. Where's... Oh, I guess this is the warehouse up here. So that's going to be closest to probably this roadside base. We can go out, come down... come up, drop them in the warehouse, and we're gonna need 8 logs, 10 beams, and 4 pieces of concrete. We have all of that already. We just need to wait for more beams to be delivered, and those are actively being done with the infrastructure that we currently have active, which apparently needs maintenance. I don't think it needs maintenance. Just go ahead and dispatch. They're all good to go. Okay. So as these guys come out of here and go finish that, which that was the second to last route that we did with the road, and they take them over here, that's going to give us more beams. We can eventually pick up those beams over at our base and deliver them. But I guess for right now, let's go ahead and take these logs, which we know we've got this vehicle right here. So we're going to hop back into that, and let's see. We're going to want more logs, though. Okay. We might as well just take what we have for now. We're going to go up there. Excuse me, sir. Yep, I see you. Come on now. Bigger, much more important vehicles coming through. I would not be honking at me. Shoot. Where's our mobile command center? I kind of want to call... We could get 8 logs taken care of really quickly without using our reserves. If we just used our mobile command center to call over our tree cutter. But we're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. So we got 2 here, and then we'll take 6 out of storage. This is insanity, bro. And it's not even that you have to have the resources, which we're lucky that we have them. If we had to go and collect these, that would be a whole nother ball game. But not only do we need to have them, we have to go get them out of our own personal storage and deliver them to this location. Right? I'm pretty sure. Put them in here. It's not going to take them, though. So it wants me to undo all of these logs. How did the route fail? What route failed, bro? This... Guys, come on. It is not that difficult of an ask for you to be able to get over this. Please. Please just do me a little bit of a favor here, bro. I'm gonna dump some sand over this. We're going to try to flatten this out. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to let us flatten over that, though, is the thing, because it's technically the ground isn't the problem here. It's the trench that we ran with our cable layer. Maybe the sand over top of it. It is helping. Okay. Perfect. The route's back to good. Don't worry about it. It's just a flat sand route all the way through. If you can't do that, I don't know what to do with you. I'm not going to be able to work with you anymore. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, the problem is, over on this side of town, it doesn't take it from the thing. We're going to have to pick these things up. I mean, let's see if we can get both of these then. We're going to have to pick these up and put them in the thing. So just drop them there. We can drive away. We're going to have to go pick up more logs. But now those will stay there, and it wants us to have all of that in there all at one time. We currently have 2 out of 8. The good news is we do have a really nice... Just kind of go through here and straight up to be able to get to our roadside base. So having that guy is going to be absolutely invaluable, but this is still going to be a really long, really tedious job. Dude, when I tell you, when that game crashed... and I had to reload, and I had to re-click on this map from the menu. I hadn't noticed the main mission like number before, and it said 22 out of 27. I nearly had a heart attack. I really thought we were like towards the end of this map. I was like, all right, bet we're gonna be able to wrap this thing up, go on to Sunken, I think is the name of the next one, and see what we've got popping over there. I've heard that's a very good, very difficult one. But no, we're still deep in the trenches here. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to... I mean, obviously we can put logs in this guy, but we could probably... Dude, this thing turns so freaking slow. We could probably put... Like, if we put a layer of logs on the bottom, we could probably put some cement blocks on top of them. I don't think they would fall through. I'm also curious. Let me see... Let's go into our garage. We're going to take a look at the shop. Have we unlocked anything? Is there anything with like there's a semi-truck. That doesn't sound so bad. Is there anything with a massive bed? Oh. Tracked heavy dump truck? It's a lot of money. It's $65,000. Bro, I bet this thing has a massive bed. Does it tell you quarry rate is 35 meters, sand capacity 20 tons? But you could put more than sand in that bad boy. You could definitely fit logs in that. This low-key might be the play, because this could just be our big hauler. I'm not trying to blow a load of cash on something, but like, what is this guy? I can't even click on it. We're not going to unlock him for a really long time. I think it might be worth it, dude. When we look at our dump trucks and the size of the bed, I mean, it's not bad. We could potentially use one of these. It's got a 10-ton sand capacity. This thing's got 20. So you've got double. It's going to be way more powerful. It's on tracks. Anytime we ever want to dump sand, we're going to be able to use it. And for this, we might be able to get everything all in one. I'm buying it, bro. 100% send it. Just going to go for it. That was not my bingo card today, but it's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Welcome, big dog. Now, it does spawn you in with sand, which obviously we don't want, dude. This thing is sick. Driving a heavy dump truck in addition to regular dump truck functions, it also serves as a mobile quarry point. Check out its radius on the map. You can refill other dump trucks from this one while they are within its radius. Doing so will transfer sand from this heavy dump truck. That's kind of cool. All right. So what I'm going to do is just dump this sand right here. Oh, it's so much faster. And you can even turn and move. Wow, that is a game changer. I actually don't really love how you can turn and move, though. Okay. But I think we're going to be able to fit a lot on this. I think it's going to be really useful, and I think we're going to be able to carry more than just sand. So let me see our objective here. What was it again? We want 6 logs, 10 beams, 4 concrete slabs. So what we're going to do is go over to our resource storage. We're going to go for 6 logs, all 10 beams, and 4 concrete slabs. And we need to get all of that into the back of this guy. So we probably take our big mobile crane. Let's retain this, put this back out. And now we're just going to work on basically loading up the groceries here. This is why Chelsea invites me to the grocery store, so I can just get everything out of the cart and into the back of the truck. And I think if we do this nicely, we should hopefully be able to get all of it in. You know what? Let's kind of put them around back here. That looks good. Okay. There we go. You know, I can't say that this is necessarily gonna fit everything, but I like that we had to try. You know what I mean? We're gonna be able to get that up above this. Yeah. I like that we tried. I think that's the most important thing is in life. Just give her a try. Hope for the best. All right, so that's one in there. This one, I accidentally spawned a steel pipe up on top of it. That's fine. I didn't realize I was in the menu again. I spawned a couple of culverts as well, which is going to be okay. So we can throw that in there. All right, so we've got 2 slabs and 1 pipe. Really what they should let you do is you should be able to pull up a vehicle to a resource storage, and you should be able to put it directly in the back. I kind of find it hard to believe that you can't do that, to be honest. But I could be crazy, I guess. I don't know. That seems like a no-brainer. Can I get that last concrete slab here, please? And bro, I just realized that we're gonna have to take this crane with us all the way over there, because we're gonna, well, we might be able to dump, bro, if we could dump all this out, that's gonna be a game changer. Just so insane here. Dude, there's just so much that I hope this works. This is gonna be really stupid if it doesn't work, but we had to give her a try, right? This is the content we're looking for here, Trev. Do we think? It kind of seems like you gotta wait for the momentum. Ah, hold on. Pick that up again. We're gonna be fine. Let's lift this up. Get her right over the edge of the bed. Put her in there. There you go. That's probably all we're gonna be able to do. Let's just see if this works. You know, it's gonna be great if it does. We're not gonna be upset if it doesn't. I think it might, dude. If we go hard in reverse, maybe like push it against this. Oh no. What if we go hard forward and slam on the brakes? Yes. Okay. Slow. Speed it up nicely. Slam. I freaking hate this game, dude. How many times are we gonna do that, bro? I could cry. I'll be right back. I will not crash out. I will not crash out. I will not crash out. My goodness, dude. They're devs. I know you're not watching this video, but if by some chance you are, can we please get a confirmation that we want to drop something in there? That is so insane. You're so focused on building a nice little pile in the back of your truck and doing as you should, being all organized and whatever, and you don't think about driving into that stupid yellow box that you didn't even realize was there. Holy cow. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beams in there. Technically, I think we could get 1 or 2 more. I mean, when in Rome, let's pull this thing forward a little bit. We could put these back down. We're going to open up our resource storage. We're going to put some more beams. We need 10, right? So we're going to technically need 3 more. Do we think we can get all of them? We might be able to. I also don't want to push it too hard because I feel like it's really not needed. If we get the logs and then the last couple of beams, that's going to be more than good enough. But we'll see. If we turn this thing 90 degrees. Not exactly the best camera angle. Put her in there like that. Okay, that's just going to have to be good. And don't you dare even think about touching. Okay, let's be smart, Trev. I mean, we kind of cooked with this. I'm not going to lie. We did a good job with packing this. Let me make sure, and we should honestly, we could run this thing in low just to be safe because we've got so much stuff. We want to make sure we're going the right way. So we're going to go out. We're going to come down here. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to here. And then we're going to put it in there. Just make sure you're hitting your marks, Trev. And off we go. If we take her off low, I mean, she's fast. We could definitely put the logs in the back of this thing, too. I don't know. Okay, put her in low. Please hang on, Mr. Beam. Please, please, please. We're just going to go nice and slow for you. You on the side there, buddy. The problem is the 4 concrete pads stacked up are literally the very top of the tailgate, the edge of the tailgate here. They're actually a little bit taller than it, so it's like anything on top of that is going to start sliding around. If they were a little bit underneath, we could have stacked things up like crazy and we would have been in great shape. There she goes. We're just going to have to come back for that later. In that case, we could probably speed things up a little bit. Probably could have got some more on the right side as well. Dude, this was a heck of a purchase. I'm happy with it so far. No sudden movements here. Just try to drive really nicely. I don't like that one in the back hanging out the back side on the right. If we make too close of a call to like a telephone pole or a tree or something, she's going to grab on. Nice and easy. Have to cancel some of those infrastructure routes because I'm sure we've got all the objectives out of those. Going uphill is going to make me a little bit nervous. I see this one on the left. I'm trying not to turn too much because it's sliding when we turn, and I don't want it sliding when we're going uphill because it's going to be downhill. I'm sure the rain's going to help us out here too. Go ahead and turn in here. And this is where things could get a bit interesting, huh? Dude, this is where this thing really shines. Look at this, man. So if we pull up to where we want to dump it, obviously I want to do it on the back side of these guys, give us room for the next one. We could just pull up and look at this turn, dude. Oh. Make sure we're in it. Shoot. Oh my gosh, dude. No. I'll try to shake it out. This is not good. Come up. What if we go? Yes. 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 Come on. Go. I mean, technically, if this thing is in the circle, it's counting all of this, right? If we look at our objective, let me see what our objective says. We need 8 more logs and 3 more beams. So, you know, we're just going to leave it there, and we're just going to bring the log truck to be able to finish this thing. That's another way we could do this, I guess. That works for me. So now we're going to use this guy. Oh, hold on. My bad. Use this guy to try to grab some of these. Get 2 in 1. That's what I'm talking about. Bring these guys over here, and we can just get all of these in. We're going to be good to go. Try to be as nice as possible. Get them against that back wall. It's tough when you grab 2 because then they're not the same length, but I don't think they're going to have to be perfect here. And honestly, if we want to, we can make them perfect. So let's get this guy out here. Try to grab... I want to grab just this one. Beautiful. We can bring him back. There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I was kind of hoping maybe to have a slightly flatter base to put these on. And I push these, try to push them so that they have a flatter base. Maybe we just go get our other crane. I'm gonna wrap these up because we're good to go. Let's take this over, and then we'll get our other crane vehicle, the mule, and we can pick up these 2 I-beams, the one we dropped on the side of the road, and then we can go park that in the thing too. One premonition I had that I'm a little bit worried about, and I'm glad that we didn't fully dump the dump truck, is I wonder if we're gonna have to get all of this stuff into that delivery area and then take it somewhere else, and then that way everything would already be loaded up all in their respective vehicles. So we're gonna see if that's the play. Oh my goodness, dude. Absolute grind this is. Managing materials, picking things up, using cranes, putting things away, delivering things. This is no easy task. I can't get over the rain and just the beauty of this game. Dude, looking at this, I think it looks like a tractor. These guys need to make a farm simulator game. Imagine a farm sim game where you're running through the fields and something like this. Like, that would be just absolutely perfect. All right, so we're gonna park this thing in here, throw our e-brake on. I'm gonna get in this guy. Let's go ahead and lower that tipper. Throw the e-brake on there. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go back to our roadside base. We're gonna open up the garage. We're gonna recall our mule that has the crane attached. We're gonna redeploy him. We're gonna have him pick up the 2 beams over here and the other beam on the side of the road. And then we should be good. If we check our objective, we've got everything except for 3 beams. So we are well on our way. When we get to use these cranes where you can tie stuff to them, it makes me really miss these trucks. The log truck is a lot of fun to use, but honestly, it's pretty difficult to control. These guys are a lot easier. Get them in there. Perfect. Okay. Start riding out here. Put this guy back away. Tie things down. I wonder, can we tie stuff down on the back of the dump truck? I bet not, but it's our biggest bed, so if stuff shakes around in there, I'm sure it's going to be fine. But we got to remember, I think it was this first guardrail on the left, right? Is where we dropped that beam. What a freaking grind, dude. But look at this. It's these views that pay off, baby. These views that make me forget I was ever frustrated. Here we go. Got our beam right here. So let's go ahead and throw that parking brake on. Is it going to let us? We can put anchors out. Okay. Attach that. Bring this up. Hopefully we're going to be able to get out of there. Beautiful. I wasn't sure if it was going to let us put anchors in the what's it called or not. The asphalt, but we're good. Lower this guy down. Bring him across, down. Beautiful. Got him in there, put that back, strap it up, close that up, and this is going to be the last step. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm telling you, bro, this better be one of those magical things where you step into the base and it's just dark, like, all right, bet, you're good. Everything, you know, how easy it was for it to unload it back into our inventory earlier when I nearly crashed out. It better be the same thing. Just like, yep, you got all this. Go ahead. I bet we're going to have to deliver it. And I bet we're going to be very happy that our dump truck couldn't dump. It's a good piece of intel to have. But it does seem like if you ever, like if you're building a bridge or you're delivering materials or anything else, they just kind of like auto disappear from the back of your bed. So I think that dump truck might actually be the play going forward. See what happens here. Task is complete, but it's not giving us anything. Confirm it. There, it took everything away. Wow, we just got $10,000 for that. Arrange a delivery for the Eastern Tunnel.
Collecting all those resources. I'm sure they'll all be properly used in construction and not end up in a dump somewhere. Well, you've got enough for us to exchange for brand spanking new tower parts, which is all that matters. All that's left is to send them to HQ in a convoy. Should be easy, right?
You know, that's going to be interesting. All right, so what is this objective here then? Arrange a delivery to the East Tunnel. So we're going to track this. We're going to make an infrastructure route. And the East Tunnel is going to be over there, which means we are going to have to build a frickin' bridge. Oh, my goodness, dude. Hold on. I got to see something. Let me just see something really quick. Return to the hub. I want to, because I think it should autosave. I'm going to be really upset if it didn't autosave there, but let's see. We're at 74%, 24 out of 28 objectives. We're still far away from it, dude. Okay, so here's the deal. I actually might have a better idea than building a bridge. Let me see this. I know exactly what I'm going to do, because we've got this guy. We bought him for a reason. We fire the engine up. I don't like that this thing twists. But we bought him for a reason, and we're going to be able to do this a little bit quicker, I think. Give me all this sand here. Instead of going out and chopping down a bunch of logs, which we could get our mobile command center and bring that thing over here, and I don't know, like all these little trees here, I don't think those work. The big ones, I don't know if you can just take down any big tree, because those are bigger than any tree we've taken down before. So I want to see what happens here. Give me a sec. This is RoadCraft after all. It's not called Bridgecraft. So let me see what happens. Oh, we might regret that joke, Trev. Oh boy. Okay. I was gonna try dumping sands and seeing how that worked out. Go here, put the parking brake on. Let me... How does that look? How many dumps is that going to take? What do we think the better option is? I mean, I guess we could do a wooden bridge here. Oh, can we not do a wooden bridge? Oh, we can. It's going to take 5 logs for a wooden bridge. We also could dump a bunch of sand and then pave a road over it is kind of what I was going to be going for. But that is going to take an obscenely long time. If it wasn't that big of a gap, I do think that would be worth it. I just don't think it's worth it right now. Dude, this is just so ridiculous. So deploy this thing. Nope, enter the garage. I want the garage again. Let's recall this guy and then redeploy it. Okay. We're going to fire this thing up, get it out of the way. I'm hoping we're going to be able to get this on the trailer because it's so freaking slow otherwise. Let's get in this guy. We're going to drop our ramp here out in front of him. We're going to try driving this. I don't know if this thing is that much quicker, but we're going to find out. Oh, okay. We're going to be fine. Here we go. Maybe put her in low if we need it. Keep her nice and even. There we go. Stay. All the way forward. Parking brake. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to be able to get back in this guy. Nope. I want to get inside the other truck. Oh, we are in the truck. Okay, so we're going to strap our cargo. Just kidding. We can't strap it. Can we move? We toggle our ramp. All right. You know, we're going to be able to bring this guy over to our area, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to chop down some trees over there. No problem. This is just getting so freaking ridiculous, dude. I really thought we were getting to the end. I'm going to cry if I don't laugh about it, bro. It's like the dubs of this game, just beautiful people. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what kind of sadistic stuff went on in your office when you were making this game and making these objectives, and you were like, yeah, you know what? We're just going to make this the most difficult thing ever. We're going to honey bait them into thinking they're almost done. Oh, yeah, you got the whole map uncovered. You got all the facilities, all the everything running just fine. This thing's still in there. Well, we're going to make you jump through 17 more hoops. We got to turn off our other things, don't we? So we're going to bring this down, and then we're going to have to bring our logger down. Or actually, I might have an idea for that. Hold on. Your boy is cooking with the ideas right now. Actually, I think that the big dump truck, the heavy dump truck that we got was a good investment. I think for any sort of small issues, rather than worrying about making bridges and cutting logs and things, I mean, it just depends on what the map is looking like, but like, if we're in a sand quarry where we could just technically the sand quarry ends like right here, so we would have had to keep driving down and picking up and then going back. If it was within that range, I probably would have done it, because you could just, you know, fill it up, dump it, fill it up, dump it, fill it up, dump it, back up on top of it, fill it up, dump it. Like, it would have been really, really quick and honestly kind of fun. But with the driving back and forth, it would have taken us a really long time. What we're going to do is put this guy right here. Go ahead and pause that. Looks good. He's off the road. We can hopefully toggle our ramps here. I don't know if they're going to have enough space. Oh, nice. Okay. So we've got that. Now we're going to be able to get in this, take our parking brake off. Let's get him out of here. I don't know if we're going to be able to cut down these trees. If we can, that's going to be miraculous. Please tell me, 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 please tell me. Bro, what? How can... Oh, I bet I know how to tell. If we go to here. Okay, so like these trees are available. And these trees are available. I'm just going to put a marker on them. So only... Oh, this is just so beautiful. Look at that. The light rays coming through. Bro, this game is insane. I love it so much. Only certain trees are cuttable. It looks like they've got to be kind of medium-sized. You can't have any super oversized trees here. And it's kind of unfortunate. We've got a guardrail. But we're just going to have to make do. So let's start grabbing this guy. Now, we're going to go in while he cuts. We're going to start building this bridge. I think we're just going to do this basic wooden bridge. Let's get it as far over as we can. Ooh, I don't like that. It's going to take 5 logs, so we don't have to try to cut too much off. I don't think we're going to be able to make it in 4. So we can do those 5 logs there. Beautiful. So we've got this. Did this cut? It didn't cut. Okay. I thought it would cut without us. But what we can do now is, instead of immediately sawing and bringing our logging forwarder over to where we would have to, you know, pick up the tree again, put it in the back, move the back over here. I think what we can do is bring this guy over like this. We know it's going to come out the right side of our trimmer, so if we hang our trimmer off to the left, I don't want to go too far left and lose it. If we hit this now, it's going to turn. We're going to saw this thing off, and it's going to drop the log right. Oh God, why is this one so long? Please tell me that catches. Right inside of it. That's 1 out of 5. Let's frickin' go. So that completely cuts a section out for us. We're going to have to keep driving back and forth, so ultimately I don't know what the better call is. I do feel like this is probably a bit more efficient, and we're just going to be able to immediately drop these straight into where they need to go, which is just amazing. We just need to do that 4 more times. I don't know. Anything with a bridge I think is going to be important. Our next purchase might want to be a better one of these. If this thing could move a little bit quicker, that would be pretty clutch. I'm going to kind of risk it for the biscuit a little bit. Look at this. Let's do it early. Really not even close, Trev. That was pretty simple. Drop them off here. Don't go too early. There you go. All right, 2 out of 5 logs complete. Just me and my timber on an old rainy day here. Gonna go drop this one off. This is a pretty big one, so we're gonna want to aim this a little bit more left, I think. Make sure she doesn't sneak away from us. There we go, right in the middle. That's a bullseye. We got 3 out of 5. This thing just looks like a... Bro, it looks like Cooper with a toy. Like, just a cute little machine here, just so excited that he got his little tree. Just hanging on to him, bringing him backwards. Gonna go take him to where he needs to go. Good job, little buddy. Definitely think investing in a better one of these is gonna pay us some dividends here. This is gonna be number 4. Ooh. Be careful there. There it is. And then we need 1 more. And I think we actually just ran out of trees. So we're going to have to go back down to this one down here. I just feel like there's got to be a more efficient way with the logs and stuff. But I think, or like the materials, not the logs. Materials in general. I think that's probably the point of the game, though. Like, it's a slow, grindy process. I really wish we could just roll up to our... Like, I don't mind... you know, doing this part. This is fun. I'm actually really enjoying myself here. Like, collecting resources and stuff. I just really wish when I put them in my inventory, like if I've already gone out, individually collected them, brought them all back, put them in my own inventory, I should be able to have my inventory delivered to my truck bed without having to pick it up again. It shouldn't just, like if it's already randomly spawning into the world and atomizing into existence, I just feel like it should atomize in the back here. Like if I'm a true worker here and I'm going to pick up logs from somebody, they're going to put them in my truck bed. You know what I mean? Or if you're picking up concrete slabs, they're going to put it in the back of your thing. So like I realize that technically we're supposed to be like a lone man out here doing our own thing. It feels like that really slows it down for no reason. And we now officially have a frickin' bridge. And if that floating piece of concrete messes with something, I'm going to be so unbelievably upset. But all right, so next objective, arrange a delivery. We're going to plot a route. We know exactly where this needs to go. It's going to come down here. This is the easiest, simplest job that we have ever had. I'm going to have them kind of start to cut the corner a little bit so it's not too sharp. There you go. We shouldn't have anything in the way. Nice paved road. All the way across. No vehicles in the way. Nice thick bridge here. Everyone likes a nice thick bridge, and we can have just one thing all the way. Dispatch these vehicles. And my goodness, this better frickin' work. Also, why are we going to the east tunnel? Because that makes me think that there's going to be an eastern part of the map. There's no way there's a second part of this map that we're going to have to uncover and unlock new things, right? That's just... I might cry and vomit. It's going to be a really ugly scene for you guys to watch. This game is just so aesthetic, dude. I love this. Just seeing our hard work put to the test here. Got a nice looking bridge these guys are going to be able to go over. Didn't cut any corners. That floating piece of asphalt is not going to harm anything. I'm really curious if the bridges, if we're going to eventually have to, like, obviously wood makes it a lot easier because it's easier to get. If we... Oh, I thought he was going to run right into that. If we have to, like, you know, bring concrete to the concrete plant to make concrete bridges because, you know, we need to be able to carry heavier loads or something, that's going to be really sad. I don't see any, like, mention of bridge toughness, though. Surrounding areas. As the hissing and crackling subside, you sense the dormant towers reaching out into the world. The need for connection so often taken for granted now returns. All thanks to you. So I've got some ships coming in. We got to check out ships at sea. I know that's got some new updates. I've been waiting. I want it to get like the biggest, newest update.
Now that we have the tower parts, it's time to put them to good use and get these comms towers going. First one is the western radio tower near Reedwood Bay, famous for its reeds. And wood. I'm sure it's a charming resort. All it needs is a convoy with tower parts from the port. And then make sure the tower is connected to the nearest power station. Next one on the list is the northern radio tower. You know what? It's quite close to the concrete plant, so you'll have no trouble finding it. All you need to do is send over a convoy of tower parts from the transit point. And last but not least, the central radio tower. There's a piece of construction that needs transporting from the transit point to the tower, and that's all 3 towers. Go get him, Tiger.
If I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry.